Right. Let's go. Reducing the gain a bit. I noticed yesterday when I watched the video, the replay, showing the replay to someone that it was a bit loud sometimes. So let me know what you think. Trying to make it as good as possible. Right, so I just need to load into my memory what I was doing. Yeah, send movement instructions from client to server. So when we are in the player, print. So when we get the signal to the to the server, I wanna print server received movement instruction from the instruction. And then we can do something like peer ID from peer ID and then we can do multiplayer.get. Let's see here. What were how was the syntax here? Peer. Multiplayer. Get unique ID and get sender ID. And then the instruction would be movement instruction. And I guess from result, we can just say, what did that look like again? Let's comment this out. I just want to look at what that contains. Position. We can send a position for now. Return result dot. Actually, let's serialize it into a model. So return position result dot position. We have the name here, collider. Can we do name? Oops. Name collider.name. Let's try that. Oh, result.collider.name. And then I need to send it, of course. So this is gonna be sent now. Both from the server and the client. So I think the server is gonna send this to itself. No. Yeah, server, peer ID, received movement, instruction, the instruction position. Name ground. What if I click goblin? Okay, stand still. Name character body. Main scene. Okay, wait a minute. What are they called? Maybe this is enough, actually. We can just send the names. Or is it called the character body? Remote. One is called character body and one is called goblin. So if I click the other one, it should say goblin. Yeah, okay, that's perfect, actually. So the server already receives this. So it needs to find dynamic object by name. Where should that happen? We're already doing something like that in here. Yeah, here. Main game. Probably we can just go to the parent if we assume that all the dynamic objects are in the same node. So parent, get parent dot get node, and we do. Oh, this is not a string. We need to make it into a string. The name. Get node. The movement instruction dot name. Target name. Let's just call it target. Target name, target name, var. If target name can probably use some logic from here now. Can I just copy this? If is attackable. In target name. No, target. Wait. Let's rename this to click info. Target. And then we just do target instead of result. Target, highlight, select. We don't need to do that because this is going to be on the server. Is target movable? True. Else is pursuing enemy, false. Null is target movable, false. Target position equals target dot position. Navigation agent set target position. Okay, what happens then if we set the target position? Is that calculated in the process or something? Maybe in the base character. Yeah, here I think. Move and slide, update the target position. Yeah, this happens here. Maybe this is enough. Let's try. So I think what's going to happen here is the peer is going to get the movement instruction. Oh yeah, target.position or target.collider. Wait a minute. So what they call, or what I call target.collider here is what I call target here. Target. Target position is click info dot. Actually, let's just do click info here. Click info dot position. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna do this on the server side, trigger the same thing that's going on up here as well. Should do that. Let's try. Yeah. It works. It's a bit laggy, but actually works. What happens if I try to attack a goblin? Yeah, look, it works on both. But what happens is different. The damage taken is different. Can I attack the player? No. Let's save this. Player movement, client movement instructions. Instructions work now. So what's next? I want to make the players able to attack each other. Players should be able to attack each other. Damage calculations need to happen on the server, not on the client. And then there's, of course, the smoothing between client and server. Somehow make the movement of other characters, like the server is very laggy now, happen on the server's movements on the client are very not even laggy. They're like choppy. Smoother. And probably this is possible to do with something like similar thing. You can do that first, actually. So if we send our movements to if the server sends everyone's movement instructions, so that those calculations can happen locally as well, then it should be smooth. Maybe this should happen on all the, not only on the server, maybe all of them should send this to each other. No, the server needs to send this out. So let's call it like client movement logic. So how can this not be exploited? Because if we send this out, server, client. So if we send, there are multiple clients. Client 1, client 2. If we send a click, and then the server calculates the movement locally, we should also pass this click, just a click as it is, to the other clients, so that they can calculate what happens, because this should be the same, because everyone should have the same version. But if something is up, like if someone is trying to cheat or like sends a weird thing, in the end, the authority is the server, and the authority calculates the damage and like updates every tick on the positions and stuff. So this should be safe. So we should be able to just send this on. Could even, I think we need to send it through the server because of networking. Like if everyone goes into their browser and runs this, I don't think you can just peer-to-peer send your clicks around. I don't think so. Let's try for now to client movement logic, click info. Bank handle click info. Handle click info, click info. And then this should be sent to, how do I do that then? Okay, yeah, this should be authority. Should only call this. And call remote, yeah. So this way, this runs on the also call remote. This should run on the server. The server triggers this to run on all the .rpc. This should run on all the clients to update this. So I expect movement will be smoother when the host moves now. No. Let's see if this is even running. Print client movement logic called from received by So that doesn't go there. Doesn't get called. Call local to true. Which are the connected peers? Connected peers. Get peers. Okay, RPC. What does RPC take as arguments? Yeah, just var arg. So it should work. Okay, let's try this again. RPC ID multiplayer dot get remote sender ID and then click info. Hmm. Why is this not doing anything? Oh, I know why. Ah, this might... No, but it's not calling it at all. Or maybe it is. Wait a minute, maybe it is. So when I move this... No, wait, when I move this, I mean... No, it doesn't. I mean, this is running on the authority, right? Like connected peers, print, movement, authority, multiplayer dot has multiplayer. It's called authority something. Is server, okay. What if we always run this, even as the server call local. But this is only executed on the server. But the server should execute it on itself. That's what the difference should be here. Yeah, it doesn't really help. Why, oh, why is that not working? Why are my clicks not sent back to the client? To the client movement logic when a client movement is received. Is like the call wrong .rpc? up, Husker? All right, man. 1:15 a.m. and you have to go to bed. Have a good one, you too. Hope you get a good night's sleep. Okay, what if I make it reliable? Is that the thing? Because this one works. Now it works. So that was the thing. It needs to be reliable. Okay. So wait, that now, since it's running handle click info, is it smoother now? No, it shouldn't make a difference, right? Because I'm just moving the client here. But now the server movement is smooth. Nice. That's so cool. Output. It's empty. If position in result, return this. Oh wait, let's do this instead. We need to check the result first. If position in result, yeah. Then we can send this. Otherwise, no. Then we should be able to handle clicking outside. Join. Wait, now it's lagging again. Oh, it doesn't send the information at all. Ah. That's cool. No, what? It's very laggy. It becomes a bit weird. But yeah, that works. Cool. Smoother. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's smoother. For sure. Both server and client movements are smoother now. I actually want to try 3 players once. Try 2 clients. See how movement is passed along. Where did I change that? Is it debug? Customize run instances. 3, okay. One question, have you been grinding any OSRS off stream? Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, I don't know if you're still here or if you went to bed. But yeah, I have been grinding a little bit on my phone. So I have the Dragon Skimmy now. I bought the Dragon Skimmy. I have 60 attack. So when I have time, I want to do Scurrius on stream. So everyone gets a chance to see it. So I haven't deliberately not went there and tried doing Scurrius yet. All right, what happens now? Okay, it looks like it kind of works. But this is laggy. We don't receive this on the other client. That needs to be fixed. When two clients. I wonder if I can change my YouTube chat settings so I see timestamps. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like 5 minutes ago. You can start a poll. Should I do on stream? That's cool. I didn't know that. All right, let me do that next time I stream some OSRS. Engage with your audience. You can like start Q&A. Test. Then you get questions. When two clients, movement not smooth on the other client. That's a good thing to fix. So on the player, yeah, wait. Is it still open? If it is, let me see. If I do this from one of the clients, what does the log look like? Wait, this is not called again. Why not? Yeah, it's not called again. Their client movement logic is called. What's going on here? Like, this is a client. Why is that one calling? No, it's the other way around. Call from, received by. So it's only when I do it from the server that both receive it and it looks smooth. But when I call it from a client, the client movement logic thing is not called at all. That's the problem. It's because you're not multiplayer authority, maybe. But you still call this. If you're the multiplayer authority, you call authority movement logic. Let's rename this server movement logic. Movement authority true, movement authority true. True. It goes there, like it executes all the way here. When called from the server, it's fine. All right, let's see, print movement. No, we have it there already. wanted to check the unique ID. The peer ID server received, blah, blah, blah. And here again, server received, but this time it doesn't call it. Yeah, so the question I sent to Gemini is still actually relevant. Oh, only the peer that has multiplayer authority over the node can successfully call. So it is any peer then. Join. Join. This still smooth. This is smooth now for all. Nice. Client movement logic called from. Client movement logic called from. Good, 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 good. Nice. Can I see like, oh, there is a network profiler. Let's try it. How much information is sent at the moment? Join game. Join game. Debugger. Network profiler. Nothing? Really? Ah, start. Incoming RPC. What is that? Is that bytes? All right, how do I make them able to attack each other? Oops. Highlight select. Yeah, we should have highlight select on the other players as well. Now this is just on the goblin. Should just move this to base character. Hopefully that's enough. Yeah. Run, run. But as you will see, the calculations are not the same. So that's something that has to happen on the server now. But actually, they can attack each other. That's awesome. Players can attack each other now. Also, something I want to make is like when you join, when joining, find a position to spawn the player that is not occupied. I just want to read the RPC documentation again. But any peer or authority, what does it mean? I guess we just call the RPC calls that are done by the server from the server. Just make sure that that's the way it's programmed. I guess we can also serialize health and stuff. Current health. And when we deserialize, we should do current health equals data dot current health. And we can even do if data dot current health is not equal to current health, then we update it and we also run update floating health bar visuals. Spawn damage number should probably happen from the server. So we can make this into an RPC, any peer. Spawn damage number. So I guess here we need to do if multiplayer.isServer spawn damage number, and then we do the RPC call. Run it locally as well. All local. .rpc. So if you are the server, run this spawn damage number thing on all clients. That's myself. These should always be the same now. Blocked did not get spawned there. Not there either. Is that a different call? Yeah. If multiplayer.is server, maybe I should just call all of this from a higher level. Take damage. Here, if multiplayer.is server, we do this. And this one needs to be an RPC. Oops. So only the server does damage calculations. We need to also update the character's state via, so that we know when they are dead via the serialize. Character state. Yeah. Oops. Data.character state. Yeah. Let's go and kill a goblin together instead. Come on. The state is getting updated now on this one. So why does that not get updated? The health bar on the goblin not get updated? Because I don't update the goblin information at all, I think. Nice. This works. All right, update. That's done. Update goblin goblin information, like position as well. Information from server as well. What else? There was something else I had in my mind. I don't remember. Server does all damage calculations now. So in the network manager, we do only update the player. Wait, incoming objects. Print from client. Yeah, so this is where I need to spawn the goblins dynamically as well. So in the main game script, should probably call the network manager here. Main scene, main game. Let's delete this guy. So now there are no dynamic objects here. And when we're running this, they are siblings, right? Yeah. But no, it doesn't matter. I just spawn it. Oh yeah, I need to connect to the network manager and tell it. That's it. Var network manager equals get parent. Oh wait, get root. But get node network manager. What is it called then? Get node. Root. Okay, can I just do scene tree.root? Network manager. If multiplayer.isServer. dynamic objects dot append here. Instance and object type. Instance goblin 2, object type goblin. Okay, in go. How do I get to the root of a scene tree? I want to do something like right now in the network manager, I'm handling spawning of characters differently than goblins, but maybe that doesn't make sense because they're all just dynamic objects. Get tree, get root. All right, he spawns this guy. Will this work? No. Because there is no player node. It's something else. Get node object name. Incoming objects, character body, goblin, player 1. Okay. Yeah, that looks correct. Object, character body, goblin, properties, position, rotation, current health, idle, yeah. So why is this null? And this should probably be object node. Morning, RBN. What's up? Are you deserializing the index or the value? For the players, this works, but it's now when I'm introducing a goblin that it doesn't work. So this does not get synced over to this guy. Ah, it's because I don't spawn it. I need to call spawn for the goblin. So maybe I just call, like, create an RPC function here or something. Create, need to spawn. To call to spawn the goblin. Because now I'm just trying to deserialize the information on top of an object on the client that doesn't exist. That's why it doesn't work, I think. Because here the players get spawned, and then the players were updated with information. That works. But like if it's a goblin, it doesn't do this. It just tries to update a node that the client doesn't know about. So that's what I need to do. Need to spawn goblin / other dynamic objects before deserializing. That's the issue. Yeah, it's populated in the array, yeah. So the server serializes it. But then when it comes to deserializing it on the client doesn't know about the goblin. Let me just quickly show you. I gotta go, but let me just quickly show you if you want to see. And false. What happens? Like it's pretty smooth now. I don't know if you saw it, but made some good progress now. So if I host the game, I join the game. The movements are smooth on both client and server now. Kinda smooth at least. Even if we are 3 players, like it's sorta okay. And now all the... Okay, I don't know what happened here. Wait. Chill. Okay. Attack. And the combat calculations happen on the server now, so they are the same. Initially that was like an issue because they all happened locally on the clients, but now the server decides or does the calculations. Yeah, how did I make that work? And thank you, man. So what I did was what's going on in the background. This needs to be despawned. Despawn health bar when something dies on all. Just adding that to do. Despawn health bars on all clients when something dies. So what I had to do was I added the server, like the movement logic. So I take the click, like when a client clicks, when the multiplayer authority clicks to move its character, it will send the result of that serialized with the position and the name to the server. Yeah, kind of what Mr. Bandit explained earlier, yeah. And so it will start the movements on its own client, but it will also send a click to the server, and then the server will do the same. It's going to run also this logic to move the character in its own instance. And the same happens like when a client calls this, the server will call out to all the clients and say, this click happened on this character. And then all of them will also simulate it. So all of them will kind of simulate, and then it's going to catch up on every tick to see. That's why it's like a bit choppy, but it's not one frame per, like it's much, much better. And I'm sure there are like tweaks you can do to this. For example, let's say, maybe give it, like if you receive a position from the server and it's like within a certain bound, you wouldn't move the character. So like if it's within 20 centimeters or a half a meter, it's like, it's okay, you can stand there. We don't need to move you to the exact location. I think that would remove basically all of the shoppiness. Yeah. Something like that. Cool, man. I gotta go. But yeah, hope we can catch each other for a bit longer in some other stream. Ha en bra dag. Have a good day. Bye bye.